What is your English level? Beginner, intermediate, or advanced? Let's find out. Hello, my name is Harry, and today we're going to find out your level of English in this English test. I will give you 10 questions for each level: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I will show you the question and then you will have 5 seconds to answer the question. Don't worry, if you need more time, you can pause the video and think about your answer. Please don't forget to count the number of correct answers you have. Also, I'm going to explain each question so you know why the question was wrong, if it was wrong. Question 1. Which sentence is correct? I don't like tea. I doesn't like tea. I not like tea. The answer is I don't like tea. But why? Here we use the present simple but negative. So we have don't and doesn't. For don't we can say you don't, we don't, they don't. For doesn't we can say he doesn't, she doesn't, or it doesn't. Question 2. He live at England. He is live in England. He lives in England. The answer is he lives in England, but why? Here we use the present simple, subject plus verb. When the subject is third person singular, we add an S to the verb. He, she, it, we add an S. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives. Question 3. Which sentence is correct? She goes to the work in taxi. She goes to work by train. She goes to work by the taxi. The answer is she goes to work by train. But why? Here we have means of transport. With means of transport, we have to use by. By car, by bus, by train, by boat. We don't use the article the unless we know the train that we are talking about. For example, how did you get to work? I took the train. Question 4. Which sentence is correct? Emma has a very big boat. Emma have a very big boat. Emma has a big boat very. The answer is Emma has a very big boat. This is the present simple with have and has. With have we use they, we, you. With has we use he, she, and it. For singular nouns, we need to use an article. We can use a, an, or the. In this case, we use a. Which is the correct sentence? She is go to the shop yesterday. They was happy about the news. He was playing football with his friends last Saturday. The correct answer is he was playing football with his friends last Saturday. But why? C uses the correct form of the verb to be, in this case was. It also uses the correct past continuous tense of was playing. Let's try the next question. Which sentence is correct? Look at that car over here. Look at that car over there. Look at this car over there. The answer is, look at that car over there. But why? For something close to us, we use this. This sellotape, this candle, this car. For something far away from us, we use that. That light, that phone, that TV. For something close to us, we say here. Something far away, we say there. For example, that TV there, this pen here. Which sentence is correct? How often do you exercise? How are you exercise? How like you exercise? The answer is, how often do you exercise? But why? Here we have the present simple and adverbs of frequency. Some other examples could be always, usually, rarely, sometimes, or never. The next question, which sentence is correct? Where do you live? Where you live? You lives where? The answer is, where do you live? But why? This is the present simple in a question form, where, do or does, plus the subject, plus the infinitive. You are doing a great job so far. Let's try the next question. Are you going to the cinema on Monday? Are you going in the cinema on Monday? Is you going to the cinema on Monday? The answer is, are you going to the cinema on Monday? But why? Here we are talking about future plans. When you talk about future plans, we have be plus going to plus the verb. And be stands for am, is, are, was, were. Question 10. Which sentence is correct? I can to swim. I must to swim. I need to swim. The answer is, I need to swim. But why? After modal verbs, we never use to or ing. So the answer is C, because need is not a modal verb. The most common modal verbs are can, may, might, could, should, will, or must. Great job, well done. Now we have finished the section for the beginners level. How many correct answers do you have? If you have 8 or more correct answers, your level is not a beginner and you can carry on to the other questions. If you scored less than 8, don't worry. Keep watching more of my videos and keep practicing and you will improve. Which sentence is correct? He finished his homework yet? He finishes his homework yet? He hasn't finished his homework yet. The answer is, he hasn't finished his homework yet, but why? Hasn't finished is the present perfect tense. In English, the present perfect tense is formed with the auxiliary verb have or has, followed by the past participle of the main verb. In this case, the verb finished is the past participle of finish. Which sentence is correct? She goes to the concert last night. She went to the concert last night. She going to the concert last night. The answer is she went to the concert last night. Went is the past tense form of to go. So it's an action that happened in the past. The next question, which sentence is correct? He's never been to New York. He's never away to New York. He's never gone to New York. The answer is he's never been to New York, but why? Been is the past participle form of the verb be. In the present perfect tense, it is used with the auxiliary verb has to indicate an action that has started in the past and has relevance to the present moment. Never been indicates the action of visiting New York has not happened at any time up to the present. Which sentence is correct? She made her best to finish the project on time. She did her best to finish the project on time. She took her best to finish the project on time. The answer is she did her best to finish the project on time, but why? Here, this is a collocation. She did her best. Did her best is a collocation that conveys the idea that she tried to do her best. She put a lot of effort to finish the project before the deadline. Which sentence is correct? He is famous for his research in artificial intelligence. He is famous about his research in artificial intelligence. He is famous with his research in artificial intelligence. The answer is he is famous for his research in artificial intelligence. But why? The preposition for is used to indicate a reason or a cause for something. Which sentence is correct? If she works hard and meets the deadline, her boss asks her to lead the next project. If she works hard and meets the deadline, her boss will ask her to lead the next project. If she works hard and meets the deadline, her boss asking her to lead the next project. The answer is if she works hard and meets the deadline, her boss will ask her to lead the next project. But why? We have the first conditional. In English, with the first conditional, we have the present plus the future using will. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay indoors. Which sentence is correct? If she had more time, she goes to the gym every day. If she had more time, she would go to the gym every day. If she had more time, she go to the gym every day. The answer is, if she had more time, she would go to the gym every day. With the second conditional, we talk about an imaginary or hypothetical situation that is not real. We have if plus the past simple, would plus the main verb. Which sentence is correct? She used to live in Paris when she was younger. She used to live in Paris when she was younger. She uses to live in Paris when she was younger. The correct answer is she used to live in Paris when she was younger, but why? We use used to when we are talking about the past, something that was true in the past, or something that we did regularly in the past. Which sentence is correct? She called off the meeting because of traffic. She called in the meeting because of traffic. She called up the meeting because of traffic. The answer is she called off the meeting because of traffic. But why? Here we have a phrasal verb. To call off means to cancel something. Choose the correct option. By the time I arrived, they, for hours, had been waiting, were waiting, have been waiting. The correct answer is, by the time I had arrived, they had been waiting for hours, but why? The past perfect continuous describes an action that started in the past and continued until a point still in the past. Brilliant job, well done. If you scored 8 or more correct answers, your level is not an intermediate and you can see how you do with the advanced questions. If you scored less than 8, don't worry, keep practicing, watch some more of my videos and you will see some improvement. Which sentence is correct? She took sick leave due to the flu. She was at a sick leave yesterday. They make a sick leave. The correct answer is she took sick leave due to the flu, but why? This is a collocation. What is a collocation? A collocation is a group of 2 or more words that commonly go together. Take sick leave is commonly used to describe when someone needs to take time off work due to illness. Which is the correct sentence? Charles and Charlotte broke up last year, but he's still not under her. Charles and Charlotte broke up last year, but he's still not past her. Charles and Charlotte broke up last year, but he's still not over her. This is a phrasal verb. To get over someone means that you need time to recover from the emotional pain. Which is the correct sentence? The country is enjoying a quick economy with high employment rates and increased consumer spending. The country is enjoying a booming economy with high employment rates and increased consumer spending. The country is enjoying a winning economy with high employment rates and increased consumer spending. The correct answer is the country is enjoying a booming economy with high employment rates and increased consumer spending. But why? This is a collocation. Booming economy means a rapid increase in the economy. Which is the correct sentence? He ran very fast yesterday. She will travel to Paris in the quickly future. They had a meeting tomorrow morning. The answer is he ran very fast yesterday, but why? This sentence is grammatically correct. The sentence uses the correct form of the verb ran and the correct time expression yesterday. Fill in the blank. James is a really person. James is a really childish person. Childish is an adjective modifying the noun person, so we use the word childish. Choose the best sentence. The scientists conducted meticulous research to investigate the phenomenon. The scientists conducted careless research to investigate the phenomenon. The scientists conducted sporadic research to investigate the phenomenon. The correct answer is the scientists conducted meticulous research to investigate the phenomenon. But why? Meticulous means showing great attention to detail. So this word fits the sentence the best. Which sentence is correct? He said that if he had invested wisely, he would have been rich by now. He said that if he invests wisely, he would have been rich by now. He said that if he invested wisely, he will have been rich by now. The correct answer is, he said that if he had invested wisely, he would have been rich by now. But why? This is the third conditional. We have an if clause, the past perfect, if he had invested wisely. We have the main clause would have plus the past participle. This shows an imaginary situation. If he had invested in the past, he would have been rich by now, but he isn't. Which is the correct sentence? If he will have studied harder, he would have passed the exam. If they study more, they would have finished the project earlier. If she had gone to bed earlier, she wouldn't have been tired this morning. The answer is, if she had gone to bed earlier, she wouldn't have been tired this morning. But why? Here we have the third conditional. We have the if clause as the past perfect. If she had gone to bed earlier, this describes a hypothetical and an imaginary situation, but she did not go to bed earlier. We have the main clause would have plus the past participle. She wouldn't have been tired this morning. Again, this describes a hypothetical situation. Choose the best word to fit the sentence. The scientists' groundbreaking theory was initially met with by her peers who were skeptical of her unconventional approach. Approbation, derision, adulation. The correct answer is derision. So derision means to make fun of someone. Here they were skeptical of her, they were unsure, so they were making fun of her approach in a mean way. Question 10. Which sentence is correct? Had I known about the meeting, I will have attended it. Were he to arrive on time, we would start the presentation as planned. If you had taken the train, you will be there by now. The answer is, were he to arrive on time, we could start the presentation as planned. But why? Here we have the second conditional, but in an inverted structure. You would normally say, if he were to arrive on time, and we invert, so this becomes, were he to arrive on time. This is a very formal and advanced way to use the second conditional. Well done, everyone. You did a fantastic job. Let me know in the comments below how many questions you got correct. If you enjoyed this lesson, please click on the like button. And if you are new here, please click on the subscribe button. I've got 20 phrasal verbs for you. And if you know all of them, your English is amazing. Here's how it will work. I will show you a phrase at the top of the screen with 3 possible definitions, and your job is to choose the most accurate one. We will begin with simpler phrases and gradually move on to more difficult ones. Ready to begin? Perfect. Question 1. To put off. Does this mean to delay something, to lose interest, to turn off a light? To put off means to delay something. They've put off the meeting until next week. Question 2. To find out. Does this mean to discover information, to search repeatedly, to notice something by accident? To find out means to discover new information. I found out that the library is closed on Saturdays. Question 3. To take up. Does this mean to occupy a space, to start a new hobby, or to lift something? When you take something up, you start something new like a hobby. She's taken up painting in her free time. Question 4. To look after. Does this mean to care for someone, to supervise work, or to inspect a situation? To look after is when you look after something or someone. He looks after his grandparents every weekend. Question 5. To turn up. Does this mean to increase the volume, to arrive unexpectedly, or to dig up something? To turn up is when you arrive unexpectedly. She turned up late to the party. Well done. How are you doing so far? Brilliant. Now let's increase the level. Question 6. To work out. Does this mean plan a project, to exercise, or to solve a problem? To work out means to solve a problem. I can't work out the answer to this puzzle. Question 7. To go through. Does this mean to review carefully, to endure something, or to pass through a place? To go through something means to endure or experience something difficult. She's going through a tough time right now. Question 8. To bring up. Does this mean to mention something, to raise a child, or to lift something? When you bring something up, you mention something. He brought up the topic during the meeting. Question 9. To run out of. Does this mean to lose track of time, to escape quickly, or to deplete something? To run out of is when something is depleted or finished. We ran out of milk, so I had to buy some more. Question 10. To take over. Does this mean to interrupt someone, to assume control, or to dominate a discussion? To take over means to assume control. She took over the project when her colleague left. Well done. How are you doing so far? I hope you're doing well. Great job. Now let's increase the level. Question 11. To sort out. Does this mean to resolve an issue, to organize items, or to delegate tasks? When you sort something out, you resolve an issue. The plumber sorted out the leak quickly. Question 12. To step down. Does this mean to resign from a role, to reduce involvement, or to move to a lower level? To step down is when someone resigns from a role. Resign means when you voluntarily leave a job, a role, or responsibility. So for example, a person could also step down within the same company. So here we could think about the moving down a level, but C could also imply moving down to a different level if you are walking upstairs or levels within a office. So the best answer here is when someone resigns from a role. The manager stepped down after 10 years. Question 13, to give up. Does this mean to donate something, to stop trying, or to release something? To give up means to stop trying. He gave up after multiple failed attempts. Question 14, to carry out. Does this mean to perform a task, to transport goods, or to finish a chore? When you carry something out, you perform a task or tasks. The scientists carried out the experiment successfully. Question 15, to go over. Does this mean to exceed a limit, to review thoroughly, or to repeat a process? To go over is to review thoroughly. Let's go over the instructions again. I have taught thousands of students. From this experience, I have learnt methods and techniques that have really helped my students to improve their level of English quickly. And I have created a fantastic ebook for you. It contains 5 amazing tips to help you to improve your English. You can start practicing and using these techniques straight away. The ebook is completely free and you will find the link in my description. How are you doing so far with the quiz? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching, and now let's go on to the last level, the most difficult level, C2, and let's see how you get on. Question 16, to bring about. Does this mean to transport items, to reintroduce a tradition, or to cause something? To bring about something means to cause something. The new policies brought about significant changes. Question 17, to phase out. Does this mean to remove gradually, to lose focus, or to end abruptly? To phase out means to remove gradually. The company is phasing out older products. Question 18, to take apart. Does this mean to destroy something, to dismantle something, to remove from a set? When you take something apart, you dismantle it. He took apart the computer to fix it. I don't know about you, but I loved to dismantle things when I was younger, and this is how I learned about computers, and I built my first computer when I was very young, and I loved learning how the individual components worked together. So dismantling can sometimes be a good thing to know how something works, but it's also a good idea to know how to put it back together again. Question 19, to put forward. Does this mean to propose an idea, to rearrange tasks, or to highlight an issue? To put forward means to propose an idea. She put forward a new solution to the problem. So to put forward can be a good thing because it shows that you are being proactive, especially by offering solutions. So in the business environment, to put something forward can be good, but it's really important to think through your idea first and not just to put anything forward. Question 20, the final question, you've made it. To hold back. Does this mean hide emotions? To prevent progress? To delay a response? To hold back means to prevent progress. Fear held him back from accepting the offer. So don't let anything hold you back in your life. Go forward with determination and try to reach your dreams. Well done. You did a fantastic job. Let me know in the comments how you did, what your score was. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you are new here, please click on the subscribe button. I have selected 20 words, and if you are familiar with all of them, your English vocabulary surpasses that of 95% of speakers worldwide. In other words, you are a true expert in English vocabulary. Do you consider yourself to be among the top 5% of speakers? Let's put that to the test. Here's how it will work. I will present a word with 3 possible definitions. Your task is to select the most accurate definition. Does that sound clear? Good. We shall begin with 5 moderately challenging words and gradually increase the level. Here's the first word. Observe. Observe. Does this word mean A, to watch carefully, B, to ignore completely, C, to remove something? To observe means to watch something carefully to gather information. Scientists observe animals in their natural habitats to study their behavior. Influence. Influence. Does this word mean A, to have an effect on someone or something, B, to copy someone, C, to resist change? Influence means to think or change how someone thinks, behaves, or acts. Her kind words influenced him to take a positive approach. Neglect. Neglect. Does this word mean A, to take care of something, B, to ignore or fail to care for something, C, to pay close attention? To neglect means failing to take care of something or someone. The neglected garden was overgrown with weeds. Typical. Typical. Does this word mean A, usual or expected, B, strange or unusual, C, difficult to predict? Typical is something usual or expected without anything special or unusual. It's typical to have rainy weather in England during autumn. Value. Value. Does this word mean A, hope, B, worth, C, uncertainty? Value is the worth or importance of something. Education has great value in helping people to achieve their dreams. Well done. How are you doing so far? Perfect. Let's take it up another level. Retain. Retain. Does this word mean A, to lose something, B, to keep or hold on to something, C, to give away freely? Retain means to keep something or to continue to have it. He managed to retain most of the information he studied for the exam. Question 7. Enhance. Enhance. Does this word mean A, to improve or make better, B, to destroy or ruin, C, to keep the same? When you enhance something, you increase the quality or the value of something. Adding spices will enhance the flavor of the dish. Abundant. Abundant. Does this word mean A, very limited, B, existing in large quantities, C, rare and hard to find? Abundant is when something is present in large quantities or amounts. The forest was abundant with wildlife and flowers. Interpret. interpret. Does this word mean A, to explain the meaning of something, B, to forget something quickly, C, to create something new? Interpret means to explain or give the meaning of something. The lawyer interpreted the contract in simple terms for her client. Question 10. Authentic. Authentic. Does this word mean A, fake or counterfeit, B, genuine or real, C, serious or strict? When something is authentic, it is genuine and real, not fake or copied. The expert confirmed that the signature was authentic. You're doing a great job so far. Now let's increase the level. Facilitate. Facilitate. Does this word mean A, to make something easier, B, to block progress, C, to delay an outcome? Facilitate means to make something easier or help it happen. Good communication will facilitate teamwork on this project. Ambiguous. Ambiguous. Does this word mean A, open to more than one interpretation, B, very specific and clear, C, lacking any meaning? When something is ambiguous, it is open to more than one interpretation. It is vague or unclear. The ambiguous question confused many students in the exam. Elaborate. Elaborate. Does this word mean A, to simplify something, B, to explain in detail, C, to make something shorter? When someone elaborates, they explain or provide more detail about something. Could you elaborate on your plan for the project? Perceive. Perceive. Does this word mean A, to see or become aware of something, B, to forget or ignore something, C, to destroy something? Perceive is to be aware of something through your senses or understanding. She perceived a hint of sadness in his voice. Question 15. Resilient. Resilient. Does this word mean A, able to recover quickly, B, easily broken or damaged, C, lacking strength? Resilient means to be able to recover quickly from difficulties or challenges. The resilient athlete returned to training just weeks after her injury. Well done, great job. Let's increase the level. Question 16. Derive. Derive. Does this word mean A, to take or obtain from something, B, to give freely, C, to misunderstand a concept? When you derive something, you obtain or take something from a source. Many English words are derived from Latin origins. Eschew. Eschew. Does this word mean A, to avoid deliberately, B, to accept eagerly, C, to change direction suddenly? Eschew means to avoid something deliberately. He decided to eschew junk food in order to improve his health. Question 18. Succinct. Succinct. Does this word mean A, brief and clear, B, long and detailed, C, confusing and vague? When something is succinct, it is brief and clear without any unnecessary details. Her succinct presentation saved time and kept everyone engaged. Connotation. Connotation. Does this word mean A, the implied meaning of a word, B, the dictionary definition of a word, C, the opposite meaning of a word. A connotation is when the suggested or implied meaning of a word is beyond its dictionary definition. The word home has a warm connotation of family and comfort. Question 20. Exemplify. Exemplify. Does this word mean A, to be a perfect example of something, B, to criticize something harshly, C, to create something entirely new? Exemplify means to be a typical example of something. His hard work and dedication exemplify the qualities of a great leader. Did you know all 20 words? Fantastic, good job. And please let me know in the comments below what your score was. And remember, no matter what your score was, you should be proud of yourself for continuing to improve your English. If you know the 20 idioms in this video, your English is outstanding. So are you ready for a challenge? Let's find out how this will work. I will give you an idiom with 3 possible meanings. Your job is to choose the correct one. We'll start with some common idioms and work our way up to some advanced phrases. Ready to get started? Good. Question 1. What does under someone's thumb mean? A, controlled by someone. B, free to do what you like. C, ignored by someone. The answer is A. When you are under someone's thumb, you are controlled by someone. He's completely under his boss's thumb. And this is the thumb here. Question 2. Go the extra mile. A, to do nothing. B, make extra effort. C, do less work. When you go the extra mile, you make extra effort. She went the extra mile to help her friend with the project. So maybe she did extra research for her friend. Question 3. Jump the gun. A, act too quickly. B, act at the right time. C, wait for instructions. This means to act too quickly. They jumped the gun and started decorating before the plans were finalized. Maybe they were so excited to start decorating, they didn't wait to hear back from the designer. Question 4. Keep your chin up. Does this mean A, stay positive, B, look down, C, stay quiet? Keep your chin up means to stay positive. Even though things are tough, keep your chin up. Question 5. Bite off more than you can chew. A, take on too much. B, eat quickly. C, refuse to help. This means to take on too much. She bit off more than she could chew by agreeing to organize 2 events at the same time. Have you ever bitten off more than you could chew? Let me know in the comments below. This has happened to me before when I've agreed to cook dinner and I've thought of creating some fancy meals, and halfway through I wish I had stuck to some simpler meals. Well done. Now let's increase the level. What does kick the bucket mean? A, die. B, leave a job. C, stop trying. This informal idiom means to die. It sounds similar to the phrase bucket list, which refers to things that you want to do before you die. So you want to complete your bucket list before you kick the bucket. What does hit the ground running mean? A, start slowly. B, run quickly. C, start effectively. This means to start effectively. She hit the ground running on her first day at her new job. So she didn't take too long to get used to things at her new job and start doing very well. What does cut corners mean? A, take a shortcut. B, do something poorly. C, finish perfectly. To cut corners means to do something poorly. If we cut corners, the project may fail. So they may try to save time by outsourcing the work, but maybe the work is of a poor quality. So here they tried to cut corners, but it didn't work. What does let sleeping dogs lie mean? A, avoid causing trouble. B, wake someone up. C, talk about old problems. When you let sleeping dogs lie, you avoid causing trouble. We decided to let sleeping dogs lie and not bring up the argument again. Maybe there was an argument and the dust has settled, but maybe the other person was in the wrong, but to bring up the argument again will not solve anything, so it's better not to cause trouble and let sleeping dogs lie. What does blow your own trumpet mean? A, play an instrument. B, boast about yourself. C, be humble. This is when someone boasts about themselves and they could be seen to be arrogant. He loves blowing his own trumpet about his success in business. Maybe he's been extremely successful, but he likes to blow his own trumpet and get praise from other people, maybe by showing these things in a materialistic way, by having a flashy car or a big house, for example. What does have a chip on your shoulder mean? A, forget something. B, feel happy. C, feel upset. Having a chip on your shoulder means to feel upset, but this can be detrimental to your mental health, so it's better to brush those thoughts off and move forward. Burn bridges. A, build new friendships. B, ruin relationships. C, travel somewhere. Burn bridges means to ruin relationships. Don't burn bridges with your colleagues. You may need their help later. It's always a good idea to be helpful and friendly. You could burn bridges by ignoring someone on purpose. So it's a good idea to take your time to get to know your colleagues. What does play it by ear mean? A, decide as you go along. B, plan everything. C, play music. When you play it by ear, you decide as you go along. We don't have a plan, so let's just play it by ear. Sometimes this can be a good thing if you go on holiday, for example, and you just want to explore without planning too much, so you can play it by ear and go out to explore. This can also be a bad thing if you don't plan appropriately, because you could end up in a situation where you wish you had planned first. Throw someone under the bus. Does this mean A, help someone, B, support someone, C, betray someone? To throw someone under the bus means to betray someone. He threw his best friend under the bus to save himself. Maybe they are at work and he made a mistake, but instead of admitting it, he pointed the blame at his friend, so he threw his friend under the bus. What does up in the air mean? A, uncertain. B, ready to start. C, already decided. Up in the air means when things are uncertain. The holiday plans are still up in the air. This could be because maybe you are trying to get time off work, but it's a bit difficult, so you're not sure when you can go on holiday and your plans are up in the air. I have taught British English to thousands of students from all over the world. From my experience, I have developed effective techniques and methods that have helped my students to improve their English quickly and confidently. To support your learning journey, I have created a fantastic ebook filled with helpful tips. You can find the link to download the ebook, which is completely free, in my description. Well done, you're doing a fantastic job. Now let's increase the level. Cut to the chase. Does this mean A, get to the point, B, avoid the topic, C, talk slowly? Cut to the chase is when you don't waffle and you get straight to the point. Let's cut to the chase and focus on the important issues. Maybe there's a politician who's been asked a question, and instead of answering the question, he or she is waffling and avoiding getting to the main point. What does the penny dropped mean? A, lose money. B, finally understand. C, feel disappointed. This means to finally understand. It took me a moment, but then the penny dropped and I realized what he meant. Maybe you're in a conversation, but you don't really understand what the other person is talking about, but the more that they start to talk, the penny eventually drops and you can connect the ideas together. Question 18. What does keep your cards close to your chest mean? A, take a risk. B, share your ideas. C, be secretive. To keep your cards close to your chest means to be secretive. She's keeping her cards close to her chest about her next move. Maybe she is deciding whether to take a new job or not, but she hasn't decided yet and she hasn't told anyone else, so she's keeping her cards, she's keeping her ideas close to her and not telling anyone else. What does take the bull by the horns mean? A, deal with it directly. B, avoid the situation. C, leave it to someone else. This is when you deal with something directly. It's time to take the bull by the horns and sort this problem out. Maybe you've had toothache and you've been avoiding going to the dentist, but now it's time to take the bull by the horns and go and fix the problem. Question 20. What does water under the bridge mean? A, a repeated mistake. B, a current problem. C, in the past. Water under the bridge means in the past. We've had our arguments, but it's all water under the bridge now. Maybe you've had arguments with someone else, but the arguments have finished, they're in the past. It's time to move forward. Well done, you did a fantastic job. Let me know in the comments below what your score was. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next lesson. Have a fantastic day. Hello there. My name is Harry, and this is Learn English with British Harry. I hope you're well. I'm feeling a little bit poorly today, but I really wanted to do this live stream. I think, as with anything in life, you won't have the perfect conditions. It's the same with learning English. So you have to keep trying. So I have a very fun quiz about some useful idioms. So let's jump straight in. Now let's have a look at this here. So something on the something. So I have a description here. To start doing something because it is popular or everyone else is doing it. So I have a picture in the background of Bitcoin. Now we have to fill in the gaps. This is to jump on the bandwagon.
bandwagon. So this is when you start doing something because it's popular. Maybe a friend or someone you know is investing in Bitcoin. So you think, okay, let me do that as well. Now, this word bandwagon. So a bandwagon is this here. You can see this carriage. It's being drawn by some horses. So this is a wagon, a bandwagon. And I have a few snippets from some news articles here. So Zayn Malik insists he didn't jump on the bandwagon with upcoming country album. So he created a new album in a different style. So he's saying that I didn't create this album because it's just the popular thing to do. I really wanted to do it. Another one is a new addiction. Could you be hooked on Bitcoin? Tempted to join the Bitcoin bandwagon? Be careful. So, just because something is popular doesn't necessarily mean that it could be the right thing to do. Another one was Morrison's right to jump on the price match bandwagon. So, Morrison's is a very popular supermarket in the UK, and they are jumping on the price match. So, Aldi and Lidl generally they offer lower prices. So, because of the cost of living crisis and things are getting more expensive, Morrison's want to attract more customers. So, they're jumping on the bandwagon by having some products that are low in price. Okay, the next one. So, you've got something off the something. To suddenly become very angry or lose your temper. What do you think this could be? Let's have a look. To fly off the handle. So if you become very angry, if you lose your temper, maybe you're in traffic and someone cuts in front of you and you're already having a really bad day, you could fly off the handle, or you could wake up not having a proper night's sleep and someone says something to you, and you normally would respond in a calm way, but on this particular day, you fly off the handle. Something in the something. So to give up or to admit defeat. So he's holding up a sign saying, I quit. So what could this be? So this is to throw in the towel. This is very common in boxing. You will see when a boxer is he's getting defeated and his coach may literally throw in the towel into the ring to signal to the referee enough. The boxer has received too much punishment and it's time to give up. So sometimes in life, you have to recognize when is the right time to throw in the towel. It may be a good thing. Maybe you are in a career that you don't really like, so you're struggling to keep going. Maybe if you throw in the towel, you can go and follow your passions, for example. Have a something on your something. So this is to be resentful or hold a grudge about something. When you hold a grudge, it's when you hold on to memories about how someone mistreated you in the past. So you remember something that someone did that you didn't like in the past. So let's have a look here. So this is to have a chip on your shoulder. So To have a chip on your shoulder generally is not a good thing. I think for your mental health, it's not a good thing. Maybe a colleague at work got the promotion instead of you. Maybe you worked really hard, but then you were overlooked for the promotion. So now you have a chip on your shoulder that you're thinking, I should have got this promotion, but he or she got it instead. But by holding on to that grudge, it consumes you. It makes you feel stressed. You can't work productively. So the best thing is just to move on and to take that chip off your shoulder. Excellent. Very good. Pull the something over someone's something. So this is to deceive or trick someone. Now, this picture is quite funny because he's crossing his fingers. So generally, kids do this a lot. I did this when I was a child. So if someone asks you something and you are telling a white lie, could be a white lie, which is a small lie, and you cross your fingers, then you could say, I crossed my fingers, so it doesn't count. So pull the something over someone's something. Pull the wool over someone's eyes. So wool, if you literally have wool, maybe like a jumper or a sweater, and you pull it over your eyes, now you can't see, or the other person can't see what you are doing. So it's very easy to trick someone. Now, this could happen in lots of different areas of life. Say, for example, a politician could pull the wool over your eyes by making false promises. Maybe they could say, we can increase the money for the country by increasing business. But when they are elected, they may go back on their promises. So they pull the wool over your eyes to get you to like them. Okay, good. The something drops. This means to suddenly understand something that wasn't clear before. So this lady, she's holding a light bulb. This could give you a clue. Let's have a look here. So this is the penny drops. So when the penny drops, you finally understand something. Just having my vitamin C. So the penny drops. This is similar to a light bulb moment. So maybe you are studying something. Maybe you're studying a certain aspect of English and you are struggling and you're not sure how to use a particular word, but all of a sudden the penny drops. And, okay, I understand now how to use the particular word. Touch something. So this is said to avoid bad luck after mentioning something good that has happened or is expected. So there's a clue in the picture. This is touch wood. So this is a superstition as well. I do this very often. Say, for example, I'm feeling in good health. I'm feeling really good today. And then I would touch wood because I don't want to jinx. I don't want to cause bad luck on something that I said. And this is really interesting because I'm not a superstitious person. I'm very relaxed and I don't really think about superstition. But this has become such a popular phrase. It's part of pop culture since I was a child. And if I have some wood, I would just touch wood. Okay, very good. Put your something in it. This is to say something embarrassing or inappropriate. Now you can see the lady. She's got her hand on her face, palm face. So she said something that is embarrassing or that she wasn't supposed to say. So this is to put your foot in it. So this is a bit strange. How would you connect this to saying something embarrassing? That's the nature of idioms, and they're lots of fun. So when you put your foot in it, you say something embarrassing. You could be in a situation where you say something inappropriate. Maybe you heard some gossip about the next door neighbor is having an affair, and you say something in front of him and his wife, and then you think, "Oh no, why did I say that?" So that's a very interesting phrase. Not my something of something. Not interesting, not something one likes or is interested in. So we have this picture. This is really helpful to fill in the gaps here. Um, I say this one all the time, and it's a very British idiom. This is not my cup of tea. So, for example, if there's something that you don't like, rather than saying to someone, I don't like it, which is quite strong, instead of saying, I hate something, you can say, not my cup of tea, which is quite a neutral phrase, a neutral thing to say. Maybe if a friend is really excited to go hiking, but you are not a hiker, you don't like to go hiking, but you don't want to make your friend feel sad or displeased with you. So you could say, hiking is not really my cup of tea, but we could go to a concert. So it's quite a useful phrase to sound polite. Okay, very good. Take the something. If someone has done something very stupid, rude, or selfish. So the picture again, it is very descriptive. This is take the biscuit. So if someone did something very selfish, say, for example, you were looking forward to eating that last piece of cake in the fridge and you were being really good the whole day, eating healthily. You come home from work and the cake is missing and someone ate it. You could say, that takes the biscuit. I was waiting to eat this. Okay, very good. Something, you're something. So this is used to say that something is easy to do or use. Now, the picture in the background could also help you. Let's have a look here. This is Bob's your uncle. This is a very common phrase, and it's often used with humor. So, Bob's your uncle is used to say that something is easy to do or use. Say, for example, you are making something from IKEA. So you've brought it home. Now you want to set it up, and you're not sure how to fix it together. So you ask for help. And the person puts it together and says, "There you go, Bob's your uncle." So it's like an exclamation to say that it's something that was easy to do. Okay, very good. Something, the something. This is to initiate conversation in social setting, making people feel more comfortable. So in this picture, we can see people are mingling, they are talking to each other. Maybe they are meeting each other for the first time. And this is to break the ice. This is a very common idiom that's used all the time. So maybe you're going to a conference or a meeting and you don't know people. And so this is used to break the ice. You can see people are drinking alcoholic drinks or non-alcoholic drinks, doesn't really matter. The main point is that they are sharing something together. So they could be sharing something to eat. Maybe a company could send the team away for a team building exercise. And this is often used to break the ice. If you think about ice as a solid, thick piece of ice, it's hard to get through. But when you break the ice, it turns into water and it's very easy to go through. So often when you break the ice, you feel very relaxed. So even doing this stream, this is the first stream that I've done. And then hopefully the next stream that I do, I'll start to become more comfortable. So initially, breaking the ice is a good thing to do because it makes you feel comfortable, makes other people feel comfortable. But this refers to a social setting. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Keep going with your English learning. And let me know what you thought of this video. Say hello. It really motivates me to keep making more of these videos. And it's really nice for you to be part of this community and to keep improving your English. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.